Hey everyone, Theo here. Today I'm reviewing the Fulaim X5 wireless mic system. First of all, a disclaimer, this is a review sample provided by the company. In this video, I just want to present to you my findings so that you can decide whether or not this is worth the money. The price for this is US $149. This is available from Fulaim's website and Amazon. Links are in the video description below. This is a wireless mic that can be used on a mirrorless camera on iPhones and Android phones. And here in this case, on the camera is the receiver and the transmitter will go onto you. Alright, let me give you the bottom line up front. I have many wireless mics, don't ask me why. And I can say that this is really worth the money. And that is because the audio quality that you can get from the recording is very good. The mics have many features, which I will go through one by one later on. The battery life for a single recording session is at least 6 hours, and together with the battery charging case, you can get a total of 18 hours of use. This mic supports dual channel recording, which is great for interviews, so you can have one transmitter on you and the other transmitter on the interviewee. And the pricing is quite reasonable for the feature set. In fact, the pricing is so competitive that it makes absolutely no sense for you to get the DJI mic or the Rode Wireless Go 2, which are significantly more expensive. Downsides. The first one is there is no carrying case for the cables and adapters. Second downside is if you want to use the Lightning to USB-C adapter to record audio to your iPhone, the volume that's recorded will be very low. This is not the best adapter to use, and I will talk more about that later on. And now on to the full review. So these are the items included with the purchase, and everything that you need to record audio to your camera and phone is included. There is no carrying case, so you may want to use or reuse the packaging box to hold all these accessories, and this is magnetic, and you can use this to hold your camera accessories as well. There are two windshields. This is the battery charging case for the two transmitters and one receiver, the user manual, USB-A to USB-C charging cable, 3.5mm to 3.5mm cable. This is a USB-C to USB-C adapter for recording audio to your Android phones or even tablets. And this is the Lightning to USB-C adapter for recording audio to the iPhone. At the time of making this video, Fulaim told me there will be a second generation of this mic with an upgraded Lightning adapter that will provide better audio quality when recording to the iPhone, and there will be space inside the carrying case or the charging case to store the adapters, and there are other upgrades as well. There is no release date for the second generation yet, and I don't think you need to wait for the second generation because the first gen is as good as it can get. The only thing that affects audio recording quality is the Lightning adapter for recording to iPhone, but there is a really easy fix which I will tell you later. Let's look at the design of the charging case. So this is matte textured, the build quality is solid. That's the USB-C charging port at the back. So this is a convenient way to store your transmitters and receiver, and there's the battery charging indicator in front, and when you put the transmitter in, you can see the red light blinking, which means it's charging. This case has 4 UV lights which will provide 5 minutes of sanitization, and this is magnetic, and the transmitters and receiver are also magnetic, so they will just slot in really easily. Let's take this out. One receiver and 2 transmitters are included, and these are my AA batteries for size comparison. So these 2 transmitters can be used for dual channel recording. Even if you don't use 2 transmitters at the same time, you can use one as a backup. So the battery life for a single recording session is at least 6 hours. I've tested. So if this runs out of battery, you can use the other one. So the limitation to battery life will come down to this receiver, which also has around 6 to 7 hours of battery life. The weight of this transmitter is 18 grams, and that's even lighter compared to this AA battery. So there is a clip behind to clip onto clothes, and there is this little magnet so that you can place your clothes behind the magnet and have the transmitter go behind the clothes to hide the transmitter, and this magnet is quite strong. This is the USB-C charging port for the transmitter, in addition to the charging connectors at the bottom. So those are the light indicators. That's the power button, and this set button is for noise cancelling. If you press once, the blue light will come on, and press another time to turn it off. If you want to record audio into the transmitter, there is 4 gigs of internal storage, so you can press and hold this for 2 seconds and the light here will blink, which means audio is now recorded into the transmitter. And you can download the audio using the USB-C port. The file format is WAV. So this blinking red light does not mean the battery is low. It means you are recording audio onto the internal memory. And remember, when you press once, you can enable noise cancelling. So now it's a blue blinking light. And on the display on the receiver, you will see the REC text, which will tell you that you are recording audio onto the internal storage of mic number 1. It is possible to use the transmitter as a voice recorder without any camera, because right now it is recording audio onto the internal storage. Now if you find the red light distracting, you can actually hide the transmitter, maybe behind clothes, and use the magnet like this to hold the transmitter. The magnet is quite strong, so chances of the transmitter falling out or falling off is low. That's the omnidirectional mic at the top, which looks small, but the audio quality you can get from this is pretty good. And this is a 3.5mm audio jack, which gives you the option to attach maybe a lavalier mic to this transmitter. If you use a lavalier mic, you can hide the cable and transmitter behind clothing, and it is possible to use a boom mic or even a shotgun mic with this wireless transmitter. This is the receiver, and this is 21 grams, which is as heavy as this AA battery. And behind there is a clip. This clip lets you attach the receiver to the camera's hot shoe. And because this is so lightweight, it doesn't really add much weight to the camera setup. So now I can connect the receiver to the camera using the cable. And this cable is quite long, so with this camera and lens, I will have the cable go under the lens, come back up to go into the wireless receiver. If your audio port is here, you can have the cable go up and go around a few times and go into the out port here. If you want to record audio to your phone, you can use the adapters that are included. And since this is the iPhone, I'm using the Lightning to USB-C adapter. I have the USB-C go to the USB-C port on the receiver and the Lightning to the Lightning port on the iPhone. And if you are using an Android phone, you can use the USB-C to USB-C adapter. Build quality for the receiver is solid, and there is a display on the receiver to show you the wireless connection strength, whether you are recording to the internal storage on the transmitter, the battery life of the 2 transmitters and the receiver, the volume and the recording modes, whether it's mono, stereo or MS mode, where one channel is 6 decibels lower. And this display is not that bright, so if there are any reflections on the surface, you won't be able to see anything. So when you're using this outdoors, chances are you will have to cover the display with your hand to see what's actually on the display. On this side, there is a 3.5mm audio jack for your headphone for audio monitoring, and you can actually see through to the other port on the other side. And that's the power button, and this is the set button, which allows you to adjust the volume. And if you press and hold, this will switch the recording mode from mono to stereo. When recording in stereo mode, one mic will record to the left channel, the other mic will record to the right channel. And I highly recommend you write down somewhere on the mic which mic is which. For example, this is mic number 2, which will record to the right channel. Generally speaking, even if you're recording 2 persons who are side by side, you can just use mono recording. And lastly, there is the MS mode, where one mic will record at 6 decibels lower. At the bottom, there is the charging connector, and on this side, that's the USB-C charging port as well as the data port should you want to use this with a phone or tablet. And that's the 3.5 audio jack to connect to your camera. So this is the audio quality you can expect from the Fulaim X5 wireless mic system, and this is the same audio quality that you will get when recording to cameras and phones. So this is the audio quality you can expect when there is background noise in the background. And currently I'm playing some cafe noise videos that I found on YouTube, and there is no active noise cancelling. And I have just turned on noise cancelling, so now I'm talking with loud background noise with active noise cancelling, and this is the audio quality you can expect. So with noise cancelling enabled, you can hear some distortion to voice. So now let's switch over to recording with the iPhone with the adapter. Right now I'm recording with the iPhone using the Lightning to USB adapter that's included, and this is the audio quality you can expect. I have just switched over to using the Lightning to 3.5mm adapter cable. So this is the audio quality you can expect when recording with the iPhone. So as you have heard, if you use the USB to Lightning adapter that's included, the volume that's recorded on the iPhone will be very low, so low that even if you apply gain later on, the volume will still be low. So to get better audio quality from your iPhone, for your iPhone, or get louder audio from your iPhone, you should use a Lightning to 3.5mm adapter cable instead. This cable is less than $10 and even when you use this cable, the volume recorded will still be lower, but you can apply some gain later on to get the volume up to acceptable levels. The last thing I want to let you know is how effective the windshield is. So now I'm going to move this mic over to the fan, which is on the left side, which is making a lot of noise, and let you hear the wind noise. And now I'm going to attach this windshield to the mic and move this over to the fan again. As you have seen, the windshield is quite effective at preventing wind noise from being recorded, and to install the windshield you just have to push in and twist, and this is installed quite securely, so I don't have to worry about this falling off accidentally. When recording to Android devices using the USB-C to USB-C adapter, the audio will be recorded at the correct volume, so you don't have to worry about the low volume issue which only affects iPhones. Alright, to conclude, is this worth the money? That would be an easy yes for me. The Fulaim X5 wireless mic is able to record good audio quality, and the pricing is very reasonable, very competitive, even the feature set. I really like the status display here, which lets you see how much battery life is left. I'm not so worried about the battery life for the transmitter because there are two. I can always use one as a backup, but it's really useful to know how much battery life is left with the receiver. The battery life indicator makes it very unlikely for you to run out of battery unknowingly. Oh, by the way, the charging time for the transmitters and receiver is 1.5 hours. Alright, downsides. There is no carrying case for the cables and adapters, and the second downside is the low volume recording with iPhones with this Lightning adapter. Alright, before you go, I just want to let you know that I have also received another wireless mic system recently called the Holyland Lark M1, which I will review very soon. The main differences between this versus the Fulaim X5 is the receiver does not have a display and the transmitter does not have the 3.5mm audio jack. So this system has less features, but this is also more affordable compared to the Fulaim X5, which is already quite affordable. If you guys are interested to buy this, you can check out the purchase links in the video description below. See you guys in the next video. Bye!